welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren Nesbitt and I'm so happy to see y'all. I'm so happy to be back. I took like a 2-week hiatus of filming. Like I was vlogging, but like I feel like I didn't have enough content to combine into a long enough vlog. So I'm back and I'm ready to rock and roll. So today's topic is going to be classroom setup tips, because I think that's really important. Something that I thought about a lot during my first year in planning right before the summer of my first year of teaching. So we're going to jump right in. I'm going to have 5 tips for your classroom setup. Tip number 1 is to organize your classroom materials before you arrive to your classroom, because you're gonna feel overwhelmed. You're gonna feel joyed. I felt joyed. Like I was really excited. So I think that's so key, is to organize those classroom materials before you arrive. If you have your books in a certain bin, your papers you've already like planned to put on the wall, I think that is key. If you've already laminated some things, you already have it sectioned, you know where you're gonna put it, and you're ready to rock and roll. That will take it from taking like 5 hours for certain things to back down to like 2 to 3, because it's organized. For me, like I already had my books labeled for my classroom library. I had them leveled already. They're ready to rock and roll. The only thing that I had to do is sort them in their bins. So when I was doing that, my grandmother and my sister was helping me with classroom setup last year. So I was on the roll. I was getting everything set up. We were placing everything where it needed to be. So it made it life 10 times easier. That is something that I would recommend, because it's going to take your time and shorten it, girl, our boy, because you ain't gonna need it. You're gonna be tired. Like we could barely move after moving into my first classroom that first day. Number 2, draw a sketch of how you would like to lay out your classroom. I think that's really important because it allows you to know where things are going to go. For example, this school year, I want to put my kidney table in the corner where my desk was, and then flip my desk to the wall, if that makes sense, and have my like 5 like little chairs for students to sit, so I can do reading small groups there, push students in for like math small groups. I think it'll be easier rotation. I had it before in like a corner, and then I would just walk over there, which is still fine. I might still do that. I don't know yet. And it's so important to have this outline. So like where you're gonna put your tables in your classroom, where you're gonna put your classroom library. It allows for you to feel comfortable and confident, which I think is key. Confident when you're setting up your classroom is so important, because you might feel like, it's my first classroom, I'm really nervous about like things. I have so much to plan, but just taking that one step away and like being able to have everything set and ready to rock and roll, I think you'll be ready to go. And once you have this sketch, it just gives you an idea like, okay, I'm gonna lay it out like this, I'm gonna lay it out like that, and then you're ready to rock and roll this school year. Number 3, if you have a week to get your classroom set up, plan to get 2 to 3 things done per day, so you're not overwhelmed. Like if you try to figure out and do 15 to 20 things in one day, that's doing a lot, and you're probably gonna feel a little stressed, and you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, like I'm having a hard time like figuring out where to start. But if you come in and say, okay, today's gonna be my day to get my classroom library set up. So the second thing I'm gonna do today is set up my board where my classroom jobs and the birthdays are gonna go. Okay, those are 3 things that are realistic and I can finish in one day and not feel like, oh my goodness, I have so much things to do. I think that'll be really key, because it doesn't allow you to feel so overwhelmed with everything. Another example of this is setting up your bulletin boards. Okay, I want to accomplish one bulletin board, getting one bulletin board done today, because it can kind of take a while to do your bulletin boards. I know like my back wall, I have just like where I hang up students' classroom work, and it took a while to put that up. Like I had to have my sister help me so I could pin it up and then staple it, go behind and staple it, because you want it to be aligned correctly. And it can be tricky. Like those bulletin boards look cute, but they're hard work. Sis, they're hard work. Like they're really hard work. So I think just putting that out there, you can take your time with things so you're not overwhelmed. 4, are you going to need help setting up your classroom? This is something to think about before like classroom setup. Like ask family, friends, uncles, aunts, your mom, dad, grandparents, someone, sisters, brothers, if they can, like maybe you might need to borrow the car, you might need their truck to like upload everything, so you don't have to make multiple rounds to the school there. I think that's really key, because it allows you to just move in quickly. And I was truly thankful. My dad helped me move in with his truck, my grandma, and then my sister, we moved everything in and we were able to rock and roll. It was really good to have them help me. Like my dad had a dolly. He put everything on that dolly. We could get everything in on 2 batches, and that was saved by the grace of God. Like it was easy to go, ready, set. It was easy peasy squeezy, baby. Easy peasy squeezy. Instead of CoverGirl, easy peasy beautiful, it was easy squeezy. Ooh. 5. Your classroom does not have to be perfect, and that's okay. Even if you see all these perfect Instagram classrooms, like I love my classroom, like it sets my vibe. I feel like if it was a house, that's how my house would be, like calm, cool, and collected. So just think it's your vibe. What do you like? Do you like rainbow classrooms? Do you like calm, cool, collected, boho? Mine's like kind of like a boho theme, and I'll probably insert some pictures of my classroom. So just think about your vibe. What do you like? What do you want to do for it? What type of setting do you want to make this for your classroom? What type of home do you want to make this for your students while they're here for 8 hours of the day and you're there for 8 hours a day? It's really a second home to me. I think it's essential because it allows for students to feel comfortable in the classroom. Thank y'all for watching my video. Tune in next week, Wednesday, for a new video for me. And I'll catch you next week. Bye.